I just got back from the game. Welcome back, everybody. And I'm proud to say the Islanders won 5-2 over the San Jose Sharks. Honestly, a really fun game to be at. Highlight performances from Ollie Wally Trolley. The Islanders with another offensive explosion tonight. 46 shots on net, 5 goals, 2 from Ollie. Hey, his name starts with a W, so they got the W. So the Islanders are now 2-1, and they've looked pretty good over their past 2 games. Obviously, the Ducks and the Sharks not expected to be front runners this year. Not really expected to even make the playoffs. I don't think anybody expected the Sharks to get off to this slow of a start to the season. I feel like they played an okay game tonight, the Sharks. And they definitely controlled pace of play in the first period. There wasn't really a lot to cheer for the Islanders in that first period. I felt like it was a fair period. There was this one play in particular with Dobson and Wahlstrom coming up the ice. Dobson made a nice little pass off to Wahlstrom. Wahlstrom beat a defender. Just overall a really good looking play. They're playing with a lot of speed and a lot of confidence right now. But everything wouldn't be terrific. The Sharks would eventually score in that first period, put the Islanders down 1-0. One of the things I would really like to highlight on this goal in particular was it looked like he could have cut off the Sharks forward that was streaking into the zone. Kind of just let him blow right past him. Ended up getting into the zone with minimal pushback. Ultimately, it would lead to the Sharks being able to find a way to get the puck towards the net and Nico Sturm putting it away for the 1-0 lead. The Islanders wouldn't really have much more chances in that first period and would kind of end with the Islanders kind of waiting to explode, but into the second period, the chances really started to open it up. There was one play with Barzal streaking into the zone, found a way to get it to Parisi down low. He fed it in front for Palmieri. It looked like it could have been Palmieri's first of the season. A really good stop by Reimer. But the Islanders would keep on pushing. They would have a power play that was really solid. I thought there was a lot of very solid chances on that power play. Soon, Clutterbuck would even have a chance on a breakaway. Really looked like he was trying to bait that he was going to go glove high. Ended up being a really nice kick save by Reimer. Clutterbuck, who is known for having a pretty decent wrist shot. Clutterbuck is not a noted sniper, but I thought it was a good attempt. He just couldn't get it to go. Able to find a way to create a chance while they were stuck in their own zone playing defense. They played a really strong game. It's something that we've come accustomed to just over the many years of them being together. Once again, I think I've coined the term the most tenured fourth line in hockey at this point. I think they're trying to still make a case for being the best. Shortly after Clutterbuck's miss on the breakaway, Pelech would find a way to get a shot through. Anders Lee would make a crazy move, find a way to tip it, find a way to score a goal. Islanders would tie it up 1-1 on the back of their captain. I thought the Lee, Nelson, Beauvillier, Wahlstrom line, whatever it was tonight, there was a lot of movement with Lane Lambert tonight. He was swapping a lot of wingers around. Beauvillier started the game with Nelson and Lee, end up playing on Barzal's line by the end of the night. Later in the period, it would be Noah Dobson doing what he does best, finding ways to get the puck through traffic. Completely megged, a soccer term. I'll throw out a soccer term. He megged a Sharks defender, found a way to bounce it off of Parisi's skate, put the Islanders ahead. Dobson looking terrific so far. I've just been really impressed by his play. It's taken a lot of pressure off of Pelech and Pulak. You know, there's no reason why we can't be looking at Dobson in potentially trying to lead all defensemen in points this year. There's this other guy named Adam Fox. I don't really think he's that good. He's no Dobson. Let's be real. There's no bias behind that. Come on. But the Islanders' aggressive style would find a way to actually kind of bite them in the foot. There was this one play with Palmieri and Barzal. Palmieri was trying to feed Barzal on the rush. All 3 forwards end up flying the zone pretty quickly. Palmieri couldn't get the pass through the Barzal. Puck never leaves the zone. Ends up being an odd man break. It finds a way to bounce off of Evgeny Svechnikov's skate past Varlamov, and we're looking at a tie game. It was at that moment where you started to wonder if all the Islanders' good play in that second period was going to go to waste. But the Islanders' young gun, Oliver Walterson, Butch, who is known to flub names. I clearly remember during his Jersey retirement speech calling Matt Barzal Mark Barzal, which he has done numerous times. So now we have Oliver Walterson. Oliver Wahlstrom. Off the face-off, the puck found his stick let go of a screamer onto the net, found a way to put it in the toy department. A lot of Wally chants in the building. Islander fans are just ready to rally behind him. He has to be the sniper that everybody wants him to be. Into the third period, we weren't sure if the Islanders would continue this aggressive style. They were absolutely out shooting the Sharks at this point. We weren't really sure if they were going to go into their shell and play really tight D, or if they were going to keep looking to pile on and try and get more breathing room for them. Sometimes piling on to your goal lead is better than trying to keep it. We would see the first power play unit have a very solid power play again. There was also this scary moment at the end of that power play where the Sharks forward would end up coming out of the box. It would leave only Nelson back to defend, but it would ultimately be Varlamov who would come up with 2 big saves and keep the Islanders lead by 1. But briefly after that scary moment, the Islanders would find a way to get back into the Sharks zone, and from a tight angle, Wahlstrom would find a way to net his 3rd goal of the season, absolutely roofing it into the top of the net. The puck went so fast, it looked like it didn't even go into the net. The Islanders would pretty much get through the rest of the game without any really scary moments. The Sharks would eventually empty their net. It would be the 4th line that would get rewarded, specifically Cal Clutterbuck, who had that great breakaway chance and couldn't put it away, finds a way to net the empty net goal. While it pretty much signaled victory for the Islanders, I think a lot of people were really expecting Wahlstrom to get a chance to score it, but Wally would come back onto the ice shortly after that empty net goal. As Wahlstrom trotted onto the ice, a lot of people in the stands were all serenading him with Wally chants. Everybody was really looking forward to seeing him potentially try and get the hat trick, which seemed almost out of question at that moment. It would be Scott Mayfield who would set him up with an absolutely beautiful pass. Wahlstrom all alone in the front of the net couldn't find a way to bury it. Everybody in the stands jumped up, all thinking he had just scored his first career hat trick. It wasn't meant to be, but it's not out of the question in the future. A 5-2 victory for the New York Islanders tonight over the San Jose Sharks. They have beat the 2 teams that they were expected to beat. There's just a lot of positive to really take away from tonight. They continue to throw a lot of shots on net. They continue to look pretty good in transition. They're playing with speed. They're playing with confidence. A few things that I do really want to highlight. Josh Bailey played almost none of this game. Josh Bailey was almost tied with Matt Martin in ice time tonight. He hasn't really had a lot of power play minutes. He hasn't really had a lot of penalty kill minutes. While I'm not a Bailey hater, I think it's very reasonable to where Bailey is at this current moment. He's always had his good games and he's always had his really bad games, so limiting his ice time and seeing what he does with it is a very good choice in a sense. All right, I want to get to the part where we react to some tweets. We look at some stats real quick. Our first tweet is from Hockey Stats Cards. I actually really like looking at these. It shows the overall impact of players, and I did particularly highlight that Beauvillier and Barzal kind of had, especially Beauvillier with a play that I felt really contributed to the first goal of the game. Wahlstrom played a terrific game on all sides of the ice. Guys like Parisi and Pajot showed up. I feel like it's a good thing to highlight, and you guys could take away what you think. I really enjoyed this tweet from Brendan Burke right here, poking fun at his broadcast partner. Brendan Burke was not on the broadcast tonight. Brendan Burke obviously watching the broadcast even though he's away. Teasing Butch over Twitter. Huge goal from Ollie Walderson. Adding Butch. Brendan Burke never changed. I also just wanted to highlight this. I saw this tweet as well. KML, they said, Zach Parisi's been really good for this team since the day he got here. He's not been appreciated enough. I think part of that is due to the fact that Parisi's kind of been put in a role that might be higher than what we really expected from him. He's played a lot with Barzal, played a lot of top line minutes. Obviously, Parisi, not the goal scorer he used to be, but still really effective. He brings a lot. He's still got a lot of his speed. He's just really fun to watch. I think he's arguably one of my favorite players on the team. He's almost like Pajot at this point. I think him and Pajot are really comparable. Obviously, Pajot is the face-off specialist, but I think on the wing, Parisi brings a lot of what Pajot brings through the center of the ice to the wing. So that's pretty much it for tonight. I just wanted to keep it nice and short. I was at the game. I didn't really have time to write any notes. I really was happy with this performance tonight. I know it's going to be a little bit tougher going into the Devils game. It'll be the Islanders' first real test at an interdivision matchup. The Devils look pretty improved. I think their goaltending is their number one flaw, so we'll see that going into the next game. Sorokin should be back in net. I thought Varley had a very solid performance in his first game of the season. My personal stars of the night, I thought Wahlstrom was very solid. solid. Obviously, Dobson. I thought Pellick and Pulak played a very solid game. And my non-stars of the night, probably Barzal and Beauvillier. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed this recap. Please, if you've made it this far, leave a comment down below. Hit subscribe. Leave a little comment. Tell me what I could do better. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And I hope to see you in a future video. Bye, and let's go Islanders.